Well, howdy there, everybody. I sure am glad to see all of you here for our final episode of Way Out West. We're in for another wild adventure, and we're discovering that God has a purpose for each of us. I can't wait to find out how everything turns out. This episode, we're back in Rowdy Town, where we're going to get the mayor and the Railroad Tycoon, Harry Morgan, with the help of our mysterious ranger. We sure have learned a lot in these last 7 episodes of learning. Remember that one time when we were rangers? Well, I was a sheriff, but y'all were rangers. That was a good time. You remember that one time I forgot to lock up the mayor? Well, let's not talk about that. You remember that one time when there was a snake in my boot? Wait, nope, that's Toy Story. My bad, I apologize. Anywho, the mysterious ranger said to meet us outside the sheriff's office. He said he had a surprise for us. But I don't see him anywhere. Do you? Maybe he left a note or something. Hey, Soul City kids, maybe you can help me out and look for a note from the mysterious ranger. You think you can do it? Great! You see it? Where? Oh, tarnation, that was quick. Let's see what it says.
Dear former Sheriff of Rowdy Town, congratulations on making it back to Rowdy Town. Now I know you done made a mistake when you forgot to arrest the Mayor of Rowdy Town, but we all make mistakes. In fact, one of the best ways we can learn is by making mistakes, learning what we did wrong, and try to fix it. Show my appreciation, and to show that I still trust you, I'm going to reinstate you as the Sheriff of Rowdy Town. Now find yourself some rangers, and let's go get that mayor. Yours sincerely, Captain Regulus Bartholomew III, Mysterious Ranger.
Well, I'll be a tortoise with ninja weapons and call me a teenage mutant ninja tortoise. I get to be Sheriff of Rowdy Town again. Okay, now I need to find me some rangers. Any idea where I can get them? Well, now that's a good idea. I could go to the Soul City Church YouTube page and see if there's any adults over there that want to help out. What? Oh, you're willing to help? You're willing to be my rangers? Are you sure? Well, okay then. Wait a minute. I need to rangerfy you to make it official. Now, if you look on our Instagram page, your parents and adults can find and print off for you official, genuine ranger badges for you to place on your chest. This makes you the law and lets you get into places not everyone can done get into. While you're waiting for your badges, I need to swear you into rangerhood. Raise your right hand like this. Nope, your other. There you go. Here we go. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do hereby solemnly swear to uphold the laws of Rowdy Town and to help the people of Rowdy Town against scary railroad tycoons who might want to use their tycooniness to make it tough for us to do our job, but we're going to do it because Moses trusts God and we can go and trust God too. Now, good enough. Now, one of the first things I was taught at ye old Western Sheriff Academy is to look through offices and such for incriminating evidences like letters for the bad guys, just like we did in the first episode. Remember, we found the gold payment and that letter once, but I guarantee you the first thing Mayor Rowdy did was hide it again. So, we need to be on the lookout for that bag of gold. What? You see it? Where? Oh, well, yeehaw! We found all the evidence we need. Great job, Rangers. Now, I don't want to make the same mistake twice. We all need to go to the mayor's office and get him arrested for planning against the people of Rowdy Town. And, it looks like Mayor Rowdy and Harry Morgan have spotted us. They're trying to run away. Quick, jump on your horses and let's go catch them. Follow the instructions to make sure we can get through the cactus field. Let me hear you all say, yeehaw!
He's on the run. Saddle up and help us catch him. Lean this way or that way to steer. Let's go. Lean this way. Lean that way. Lean this way. Lean that way. Lean that way. Lean this way. Lean that way. Hooray! We did it! Get those lassos ready.
We've done it! The mayor and Harry Morgan are locked up and awaiting their fair trial. The people of Rowdy Town are no longer in danger of working on the railroad for free, and we got the town water supply returned safe and sound. I sure do wish there was some way we could wrap all this up. Maybe with a Bible story or some sort of overview of everything that we've learned so far. Wait, let me go catch the newspaper and see what it says.
God's plan and Moses' purpose. God had a plan and a purpose for Moses' life. And, well, this was obvious from the very start. When Moses was born, Pharaoh was making a rule that all the new baby boys had to be thrown into the Nile River. But instead of getting tossed into the river, Moses' mama put him in a basket and placed it in the tall grass that grew along the bank of the river. Wouldn't you know it, at that moment, Pharaoh's daughter came on down to the river to take a bath. Well, she saw little old baby Moses and raised him as her very own son. Moses grew up in the Pharaoh's house, living the life of luxury. Well, one day he was just a-walking along when he saw an Egyptian man mistreating a Hebrew slave. Moses took matters into his own hands to protect the Hebrew man. And when Pharaoh found out what Moses had done, he was angry as an old mule. So Moses hightailed it out of Egypt and went to live with his people in a place called Midian. Moses got married, and I guess he figured his purpose was just to watch his father-in-law's sheep. But God had other plans in mind. All the while, God's people, the Israelites, worked as slaves for the Egyptians. They cried out to God for help, and God heard them. God spoke to Moses through a burning bush and told him that he had a special purpose for his life. He chose Moses to lead the Israelites to the land that he had promised them. While Moses was leading the Israelites to the promised land, they had quite the adventure along the way. God fed the Israelites bread from the sky when they were hungry. When they were thirsty, God had Moses strike a rock for water. When things weren't going quite right, God also sent the 10 Commandments to show them how to live their lives on the straight and narrow. In the end, God came through on every promise. The Israelites were finally free from those Egyptians. They were no longer stuck in the desert. and they were on the edge of heading into the land God had told them about all along. At the end of Moses' life, God allowed him to see that special land from a distance. It was better than a city of gold. When you look back at Moses' life, it's pretty clear that God had a purpose in everything he did. Moses could have had a life of royalty, living it up in the palace with the Egyptians. But no, God saw fit to use him in ways he could have never dreamed up. Instead of doing his own thing, Moses listened to God and did what he said. By obeying God and trusting in God's plan for his life, God used Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and to the land that God had promised them. Just like God had a purpose for Moses' life, he has a purpose for each one of our lives too.
Don't you see? Moses could have stayed up at Pharaoh's palace and lived a life of riches and royalty, but he didn't do it. Even though it was hard and uncomfortable at times, he knew God had a purpose for his life. And for the most part, he obeyed the things that God told him to do. In today's Bible story, who did God have a special purpose for? That's right. Moses was raised by Pharaoh's daughter, but instead of choosing the fancy life of living as Egyptian royalty, he chose to believe that God had a bigger purpose for him. By obeying God and trusting in God's plan for his life, God used Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and to the land that God promised them. Just like God had a purpose for Moses' life, he has a purpose for each of our lives too. And that's what our final need to know is for Way Out West. Let's all say it together. My life has a purpose. Can you say that with me again? My life has a purpose. And that is absolutely right. And don't you forget it. Uh-oh. It looks like the town wildman Playster McGamerson has one more Wild West duel for us to play. Y'all want to play? That's great! We're gonna have the best time playing rock, paper, scissors, showdown together. Now, I know, we played this before, and you bested me before. But I know exactly what to do to trick you this time. So, to make sure everybody remembers exactly what to do before we start this showdown, I want to remind you which sign beats the other ones. We have a guide for you to check out on the screen. As you can see, rock, paper, scissors you can make with your hands. Rock beats the scissors beats the paper, and the paper beats the rock. All right, is everybody ready? You're all gonna play against me. I'll say rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and that's when you show your choice. If you beat me 3 out of 5 times, you win. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you got me. Yeah, I had scissors and you had the rock. Okay, let's try again. You won the first round. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What? You bested me again. I had rock and you had paper to cover the rock. Well, that just don't sit right with me. How did you beat me again? All right. That's all right. I still got a chance. Let's do it again. Are you ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What? You done beat me again? I thought I was gonna trick you for sure. But I had scissors and you had rock. It's almost like you could read my mind or rewind this video. I keep forgetting this is a video. Y'all can just rewind it. Now you already know what I'm gonna choose. Oh well, maybe one day YouTube will figure out some interactive way that I could do this. But for now, you bested me again. You're pretty clever, Soul City kids. Before we go, let's all close our eyes, bow our heads, and pray together. God, we thank you for this amazing adventure we all got to experience together. Help us to remember Moses' story. Help us to remember that you have a plan and purpose for each one of us, and that plan and purpose is as unique and amazing as each one of these kids are. We thank you for everything you've done for us. Help us to remember always to turn to and look for you. We love you, and in your name we pray, amen. Well, this is it. It's time for me to hang up my sheriff badge and for you to hang up your ranger badges. Of course, you can always come back and re-watch any episode you want here at Soul City Kids. You can also do some of our other series we've got here on this YouTube channel. Like we got time traveling and we take a submarine under the water. There's all sorts of fun that we have here. But I bet you're wondering what's coming next. I just so happen to have a trailer for you. Check this out.
The eyes of the world now look into space.
Godspeed, John Glenn. 10, 9, 8, 7. The Eagle has landed.
Astronaut. Astro meaning star, not Voyager.
Have a rootin' tootin' good day, and I'll see you next time.
We're headed out west and we're all in this together. Giddy up, partner, it's time to go. We're headed out west like birds of a feather. Come on,